What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are at it here with College Football 25 with our Dynasty Mode Journey series as we are getting started with things. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are getting this thing started. If you guys missed the selection video, be sure to go ahead and check that out. I will link that right now for you guys to go ahead and check that out. But we did come upon a team that is in desperate need of assistance, and that is the Virginia Cavaliers. They're a 2.5-star team. They're in the 80s. Pro style offense, 4-2-5 scheme is what we're going to be dealing with when it comes to the Virginia Cavaliers out of Charlottesville, Virginia. So that's our team. That's who we are, and we are going to start our journey as the offensive coordinator. Again, this is a Dynasty Journey series, so we are starting as offensive coordinator, and we'll be moving our way to head coach, possibly. Who knows? Hopefully, we'll eventually get there to be a big team head coach, winning national championships and more, getting our glory, our dynasty, and whatever else you want to add to it. But we will be an offensive coordinator, and with that, we're going to need to figure out what our backstory is. Motivator, get the best out of our players' ratings and composure. A tactician, boosts the ratings on game day. But I feel like we need to be a recruiter if we want to be the best at bringing players into our future squad. So we went with recruiter, and I will go ahead and create our coach right now. And here is our coach. It is our boy Jim Fixit. We did go with my alma mater in real life, and that is Liberty. Our pipeline is going to be the Tidewater area. Since we are from in and around Virginia, we're going to keep that pretty on spot. And I kind of like the way Jim Fixit looks, getting the nice little pullover for the coach. And here we are for our contract. They are asking us to sign a 3-year deal, which most likely will come up when we do eventually look to move on from Virginia, hopefully after the first season. Their goal ultimately for us is to make a bowl game, and you can see the past little bit has not been great. 3-9 last year, 3-7 the year before, 6-6, although they didn't go to a bowl game that year. You had 5-5 COVID year, 9-5 in 2019, 8-5. The Duke's Mayo Bowl was their last bowl win, which was 2018. Pretty sure 2019 they lost in the ACC championship game. And then you had 2-10, 4-8, 5-7, 2-10, 4-8, 8-5. So in the past, since the last game came out, they've had 1, 2, 3 winning seasons. It's absolutely absurd. So we'll see what we can do, signing our contract on the dotted line here with the Virginia Cavaliers in hopes that we can bring an offense to Virginia. That would be amazing to do, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We do need to set up our recruiting board. So here we are with recruiting as well. And we've got a pretty decent prospect list of 3-star players that do have interest in our school. When we do take a look at our team needs, though, it is severely needed. Our quarterback room, I would say, is somewhat decent. Not too sure why we need 2 quarterbacks, but I'll definitely look to try to recruit one. We are in desperate need of tight ends. We are going to be losing 3 tight ends after this season. And then we're in desperate need of a right guard because we have 2 seniors on the right guard position. When we actually go ahead and change to the defensive side of the ball, we're going to need some defensive tackles. We've got 2 seniors there. We've got 1 senior in the right outside linebacker position. We need some corners because we've got 4 corners on our team. We've got 3 free safeties that are seniors and 2 strong safeties. So we need a little bit of everything. We're going to need a little bit of help. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and put together our big board with positions and players that we need. So here we are. We've got our recruiting board set up for our first season, and we have a bunch of 3-star players. There will be a couple of 4-star players on here. As you guys will see once we get there. We've got Mr. D. Bacon, corner. He is a 2. We are number 2 on his board, which would be nice. He's from Towson, Maryland, quite a local kid. And he might actually, I thought we had one more 4-star player on our big board, but we've got a lot of holes that we've got to fill. We've got Regan here, Cameron Regan. We are a little bit lower on his board from Chantilly, Virginia. But we've got a bunch of players here on their boards that we got to do some scouting on for sure. Our top, oh, he's a bust. He was a top recruit or top potential player for us. Offer scholarship. Does gain influence, so that is going to be clutch for all of these gem players that we get off on the right foot, even if they are only two, some of them only being 2-star type players. We need to get off on the right foot here with all of our gems, utilizing our recruiting points properly. Lane Coffey, would love to get him in there. And that's about it. We have enough to be able to scout a little bit of one more player. See if we can see some of their traits. Winning time, clear-headed. That is nice to see there. Another clear-headed. Yeah, the mentals are looking decent. Team player, winning time. That's perfect for right tackle. Road dog. That's always nice to see. So we've got our recruiting board set up. Let's see. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something with that. Oh, we have 10 hours left. Let me upgrade our coaching skill here. And again, we've got talent developer, motivator, architect, tactician, and strategist. We're going to continue to work on the recruiter. And I feel like we should probably throw our first. We need receivers. We mainly need tight ends up front, and then we'll need to throw some points on the offensive line. It does look like our head coach, Pop Toppins. What a name for him. Let's see what he looks like recruiting. Recruiting-wise, he looks decent. Strategist, perfect blend of X's and O's. So we got a boost to complimentary visits. That's really nice for recruiting. For recruiting purposes, that is very good there. And Scheme Guru, it does look like we do have some boosts to our offense and defense, which is nice to see. Our defensive coordinator also has the recruiting skill tree trait, which is very nice to see. So Pop Toppins is the current head coach of the Virginia Cavaliers. We do have 10 more hours we need to put down on somebody. We can offer. Let's offer Mr. Epstein a scholarship, and then we will also offer our boy Colby Olson a scholarship as well, as he is our top recruit. So we are officially out of recruiting hours for the preseason, and that is perfect. Custom schedules, taking a look at it. FCS East, I'd rather not play an FCS school to start the season off, but the rest of the schedule we will leave as is, considering that is their regular schedule. But we will go ahead and schedule a different opponent to start the season off. I feel like we could play maybe maybe a Sunbelt team. Go up, against JMU, a little rivalry. Yeah, we'll start the year off with a rivalry game. Why not? Make a JMU. That's perfect. They are coming to us. And, yeah, I'm happy with that. So we've got in-state rivalry there to start the season, and an in-state rivalry to end the season with the Commonwealth Clash against the Virginia Tech Hokies. I am happy with that schedule. I would rather not play an FCS school to start the season. And we will sim to first CFP poll. No. Sim to next season. Nope. We're going to simulate up to next week. And it should be week 1 of the season. We've got a bunch of guys in the recruiting portal here. Ooh, here we go. Weekly summary. Weekly advanced summary. So Got a few guys here who are at risk of transferring, which is quite a bummer. Recruiting update. Few guys, we are now in their top 8 schools. This is not good for that guy, unfortunately. But that's okay. We should now... Ooh, we've got a bye week. A bye week to start the season? That is quite interesting. But let's go ahead and... before I do get into some recruiting here, I'll just do the normal setup here for recruiting. I do want to show you guys the gameplay sliders, maybe? We've got basically vanilla sliders to start this game. League settings. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show you guys. We're going to be playing on All-American, 5-minute quarters, season experience, full control, so everything is pretty vanilla. I played a couple of games earlier on Heisman, and it is quite difficult. All-American is still a little difficult for me as well, so I think that's the perfect start for us, and as things progress, we will bump that up. But let me go ahead here and do some more recruiting, and I will show you guys here in just a second. So I've gone ahead and set our recruiting board fully up with all scouting available with 500 hours. I have gone ahead... I always do that. I've gone ahead and set our recruiting for all of our gem players to send the house. And then after that, I sent the next set of important players to friends and family to ensure that we try to get all of our gems fully recruited first before we're able to kind of continue on filling out the rest of our recruiting class. Because I feel like if we bring more quality players in than just a bulk of players, then I feel like we're in a better spot, as well as we will have the transfer portal at the end of the season. So we'll go ahead and simulate up to our week 1 game here against James Madison. I also love how quickly that this goes. And we have a bunch of guys who have reached their top of their... they're starting to refine their teams of who are actually going to crack their top 8 and their top 5. Still have some players here with potential to eventually transfer out. But we do have our first game going up against James Madison. I will go ahead and set the recruiting as well here just to file it out. But let me go ahead and do that right now. And as I'm actually finishing this episode up, this will actually come earlier in the episode, but I wanted to show you guys our depth chart. It does look a little different now that we've played 2 games, but Calandria, our starting quarterback, is a true sophomore, already up to a 79 overall. Halfback, we've got our boy Kobe Pace, who's been doing a great job. He's a redshirt senior. He'll be on his way out, up to an 80 overall. At the wide receiver position, Malachi Fields, absolute dog. He has been playing great, 87 overall. We've got Chris Tyree, transfer in from Notre Dame. Need to get him a little bit more involved. He's got 94 speed, so we need to send the ball over the top to him. Neville, Ennis, and Gray there at the tight end position. And then on the back end, defensive tackles, we've got Carter, Britton, left outside linebacker, we've got Jackson. Middle linebacker, we've got Robinson, probably one of our better defensive players. At corner, we do have our boy Kempton Shine, who is an 84 overall player. Free safety, we're pretty decent. We've got Clary, and then at the strong safety position, probably our best player, Jonas Sanker. So we are pretty stacked in our depth chart. It's just a matter of getting things going in the right direction. But I wanted to show you guys that. So you'll see this here mid part of the video, beginning of the video, but you'll catch right back up here with real time right now. And with all that being said, we are now going to go ahead and get into our game against James Madison. I did want to show you guys the uniforms in which we have to work with here. We've got the classic all blue unis right there with the blue helmets, white pants, white shoes. We've got our away all whites, which look pretty cool. And then we've got our alternates, which have the orange with the white helmet. Current home option, I feel like alternate with the blue helmet actually looks pretty solid. But we're going to go with our home option to start this game off. So let's go ahead here and get into this game against the James Madison Dukes in-state rivalry game. Schools are probably not even 45 minutes to an hour apart, so let's go ahead and get into this first matchup, and let's watch the opening sequence of the entrance into Scott Stadium. And here we are, guys. Let me turn up the volume a tad. Surprised there's a lot of people in the stadium.
Taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Awesome. They have the old scoreboard actually too. Oh, I want to set this so we can, as an offensive coordinator, we can only play offense. I'll be sure to set that here after the opening kickoff.
Get open and catch the football.
Kobe's in, baby. There's our first tutty. There's our first tutty of the dynasty. Ice in our veins. Kobe Pace runs it in for the lead against JMU here. 2:09 left to go in the first quarter. Just a great drive overall. You'll see the highlights as we go through there. But Kobe Pace, the senior, number 5, rushes it in there just on the goal line, finding a way to push in. And there we are, folks. Let's see if we can get something here. 3rd and 6. Got to be able to get the first down. Got the tight end. Oh, I tried to put our head down to get in there, but we couldn't find a way. Let's get the little jet touch pass here, see if we can get into the end zone. I feel like we should be able to, no? They're not really jumping that side, and we have plenty of blockers on that side. Jet touch pass to the outside. He's in. Let's go. There's another one. There's another one. It's kind of funny they still have the old Jumbotron. Beautiful stuff. 14-0 is the score. And it looks like we're getting the ball back as well, as JMU doesn't really have too much to stick their hat on. We got an interception, folks, and we've got a chance here in attacking territory to go up 3 scores. Minute 36 on the clock. We got to get that thing out quick. Fumble! No! I tried to jump the defender, and that was not the right call. Dang it, man. They're pressing Fields. I feel like we can hit them. Oh, no! Hit as we throw! It's going to be a pick 6. Oh, no. Dang it, man. That's not what we wanted to see. Hit as we threw, and not what we wanted to see at all. No way. Oh, he had the distance, too. Dang it. All right, missed the field goal. We're kind of running the clock out right now. We just got to be smart with the football here. If we don't have anything, we can just dump it out to the running back, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Trying to get around 1, unable to do so. Coach says he wants to take a kneel. I don't want to do that on 3rd down. So let's go inside zone split. Get the first down, and then we should be able to see this thing out. Here we go. All comes down to this. Boom. There it is. First down, and that's going to be the game. Can come out in victory formation as we were able to take a knee and win our first game against James Madison, opening up this dynasty journey in the right way. Not the best way, but a win's a win. Kobe Pace, 121 yards, 25 rushing attempts, 2 tutties on the day. Had himself a day. And it was a tough one in the rain here against the James Madison Dukes. But we found a way. Again, we are only playing offense. We threw a pick 6 today. Kind of sucked, but we'll go ahead and rotate now back to recruiting to see how things are going. So we do have the option to throw some points on our coach, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give 2 boosts to the offensive line and 2 boosts to quarterbacks when it comes to the recruiting side of the ball, which we proved to be pretty good. So we'll go ahead and advance a week here and see where we're at with the recruiting side of things with the football. And we've reached the top 5 for Mr. Beacon. That is pretty awesome. Still have some players pro potential and playing time at risk for transferring out, which does kind of suck a little bit, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at recruiting as we are about to enter in our first week of ACC play. Beacon there, we're going to be in his top 5. Wicks, we are currently his top player. Massive pull there for our boy Sanders, as we are pretty darn close to being able. We're not on the cells yet. I think you need to be in their top 5 to be able to do that. So after this next week, we should be pretty darn close. Yeah, look at that. Coffee, we're up there on. Cargill, we're up there on. Gabe, Poe, Sanders, we're up there on. Coming up against Wake Forest that we're going to go ahead and hop into, see if we can get a W away from home against the Demon Deacons. Here we are, Winston-Salem away from home. Seeing the Demon Deacons on the motorcycle, that is pretty darn cool. That's pretty cool. There come the Cavaliers. That's pretty cool. And here we are underway. We're going to return this thing wearing our all-white jerseys. And we get crushed on the play. Well, already 10-0, and we're trying to figure anything out on offense. We haven't been able to do much here against the Demon Deacons with just no space to run the ball and no time to really throw the ball. It's been an absolute scramble here. Maybe a little play action? I don't know if this is going to work. But let's see what happens. A little play action. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Thank God that fell incomplete. Let's keep it on the ground and see if we can get some momentum. Although running at that tackle for the end is not really what I want to do, so we're going to audible out. Oh my God, I threw a pick. You got to be kidding me, dude. Well, so much for that. Starting the second half, it has not been great. Thrown a pick or two. I think we've thrown 2. It's 20-0. Our offense, we just, ooh, maybe? Our own guy gets in our own way there. But best run of the day, best play of the day right there. Here we go again. Let's see what we can do, folks. Ooh, got him. Fields, go! He's got the speed. Let's go! No way! Big time over the top. I wouldn't say we're back in this game, but holy smokes, they pressed him. He's our best receiver. Malachi Fields over the top. What burners that guy has. That's something to keep in mind, as Calandria with an absolute bomb over the top finds Malachi Fields. And it was a foot race from there, and thankfully, he's fast enough. Our defense can't get a stop, unfortunately, so it's now 26-7, but at least there's a little bit of life for the squad. Gonna go all go. Ooh, Malachi's not out there. We have to rely on our boy Tyree. Transfer in from Notre Dame. Oh, he's got it. Boom! Let's go! Another tutty over the top. If only our defense could also hold on, but I feel like it's a little too late. Getting some points here in this game. 26-13. If we could just get one stop here. Who knows? We've got a chance. It was there too. We got to get the first down, though, to keep going. Where are you throwing? No way. He overthrew him. Well, so much for that. Can we score here? 2nd and 10. Malachi Fields. Tutty. Let's go, dude. Malachi. Buddy is so good. We need to throw him the ball more. Holy smokes.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, nope. That's all she wrote. That'll be all she wrote. Tough ACC matchup that was. Getting absolutely smashed there by Wake Forest. We really had nothing in that game. 36-21. We're now 1-1 on the season. And we'll have to see how things shake up with the recruits on that one, how that's going to really affect us. So we'll get back to the main screen. We'll advance a week. We'll check out the recruiting, and then we'll probably close out this episode. Well, still have the guys that are looking to transfer out, but we did make, looks like we made some good work here in recruiting, which should allow us to switch things up. Beacon there, still our top school. North Carolina making a push here on Wicks. We definitely need to find a way to lock him up. We got Sanders, who's pretty much on lockdown for us. Poe on lockdown. Rabe on lockdown. So we're doing pretty good here in the recruiting area. Epstein looking very good to bring him in at running back as well. But we currently sit 1-1 on the season. We've got a big game coming up against Maryland, and that'll be in the next episode. I'll try to break these episodes up to kind of extend this series as well. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up on it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys have a good one, and we will see you in the next episode.